Playfield the Katarina. What? Oh my goodness. I'm scared. Oh, what the is this? Okay, let's do this.
A few minutes later.
Okay, now I think it can't get punished anymore. Let's hope. They didn't let us pull the Katarina, what? What a heartless person! What's up YouTube and welcome to Aphelios Viktor subpurrsible. So Aphelios and Viktor got some hefty buffs in the recent balance patch and they do synergize super duper well because Viktor of course benefits from generated cards and Aphelios generates a bunch of cards. At the same time, a level 2 Aphelios is already going to reduce the cost of moon weapons to 1 mana. If you simultaneously have a leveled Viktor on the board, you can literally play them for free. So those two will be our main value engines and our main win conditions, but the deck is super duper flexible in a lot of ways. As additional win conditions, we have whatever we invoke out of starshaping, so the big celestials. We have subpurrsibles that are pretty easy to flip or to activate in this deck and have scary elusive units to hit. We also play a bunch of poro cannons and can burn as well as invoke more elusives. That is going to be a somewhat consistent win condition. And especially if Aphelios is leveled, we'll often get to cycle Infernum, so the overwhelm giving moon weapon, and can also push a lot of damage there. And overall we play a very low mana curve in this deck, but almost all of our cards generate other cards, which is both very helpful for Aphelios, so a bunch of cheap cards that will make it much easier to go through and cycle through moon weapons. At the same time, generating a bunch of cards, which of course is super synergistic with Viktor and makes sure we don't run out of value. Have a look at the spells first. Poro Cannon is pretty incredible in this list, should surely be a 2-off or a 3-off. It's a very easy and cheap way to get effective units on the board that can chip damage or block, while at the same time activating Aphelios, counting towards Viktor's level up. And I was playing around with a Glorious Evolution every now and then. It's also a card we can pull from Ferros Financier, and that's just a crazy good combo, playing a bunch of poros, and they're very easy. Well, they'll basically be free to play, and then you can buff them to insane amounts of attack value. We play a bunch of removal in Thermo Beam, Mystic Shots, Get Excited, as well as Aftershock, which is quite crucial right now with lots of mono Shurima decks still running around with Bandletree and so on being prevalent. Targon's Peak. We'll even see a funny scenario with an N2, but I don't want to spoiler too much. And most of these removal spells, of course, can also optionally be used as finishers as direct Nexus damage. So for flexibility, we play Starshaping to either heal our Nexus or our units that get damaged. After trading, for example, we play Hush as a flexible removal tool, Pale Cascades as a combo trick, and Guiding Touch is also worth a consideration, but it's kind of hard to find enough space in this deck list. And now as for units, most of them either generate discard fodder or benefit from discarding other cards. So Lunari Duskbringer gives us a card we will sometimes discard and sometimes play to activate Aphelios or to level Viktor. Ballistic Pot, of course, Ignitions, same idea, can be used to damage your opponent's Nexus, can be discarded, can just be used as activators for the passives. Mountain Goat and Gem has the exact same idea as well. Ferros Financier is a very interesting inclusion. It's not a must, but I think it's very fun. And especially this version that only runs 2 Starshapings and 2 Subpurrsibles can run out of steam sometimes, and Ferros Financier helps a lot there. Some Dredger kind of has a similar idea. We do have a lot of cards that we can optionally discard because we don't need them in that matchup, and main deck draw is always amazing. And Subpurrsible also draws a card. Super good and very easy to flip because we play so many 1-offs, 2-offs, and generate a bunch of differently named cards. Very easy to get it to be a 5-5. Now for tech choices, there's a lot of ways you can go with this. Sunburst can be a very good tech, especially if you run into a bunch of Pantheon and Wounded White Flame decks and so on. Also helps a lot against Xerath. And another interesting choice is Solari Priestess or even Lunari Priestess, so going for a bit more invoke, which can also find you more comets, which is also more landmark removal if you need it, right? So in some cases it's kind of hard to choose how many copies you want to play of like Spacey Sketcher, Ferros, Financier, Poro Cannon, or if you want to make space for these other invoke cards or higher value cards, removal cards, feel free to tweak this list to your liking. And what makes this list super fun to play is that it can play at any speed. So if we're up against an aggro matchup, we just look for all of our cheap stuff. We try to not get overrun. We will eventually outvalue our opponent anyway. Same can be said for many mid-range matchups, but especially against control matchups, we also sometimes have to be the aggressor. We have to be the faster deck. And that's where it's great that we play a bunch of cheap units, that we can refill the board easily with Poro Cannon, that we can get big hits off of the augments of Viktor and ballistic bots, that we have great access to burn damage and elusive finishers. So very versatile and allows for a lot of skill expression. And I also had a variety of interesting games on my own stream, and I'm happy to share those with you. Enjoy. GG Prelidon. Was a pretty good one. Definitely not Smurf. Okay. We're playing against someone who's not a Smurf. Interesting. Fish for landmark removal. Just kick everything. I guess we can keep Duskbringer. I'm tempted. We need aftershock. Spell shield elusive on Viktor. I mean, we didn't really need elusive because we would have had 2 daring poros anyway, but the spell shield was nasty, yeah. Because that ensured that we could pile all the stats onto Viktor and they would spread. Don't have to cheat out Aphelios next turn. But developing kind of looks like nonsense. Don't Soothsayer. Never tried Zoe via Aphelios. No.
We can always rely on you to keep us safe.
Only a fool would enter battle unprepared.
How many Soothsayers does this run? We just get rolling, right? And next turn we pop off with guns. What do we want here? I mean, Crescendum is not as good as it used to be. It's probably still the best choice.
Embrace the night, Aphelios.
Why not insta-drop Rockhopper? Could have prevented me from playing Aphelios this round. Goat should pretty much always trade, so I'll play that first. Like, I don't mind the goat getting vulnerable. Anticipating your aftershock as right, I think. Sounds like a wild play. Like, possible, but wild. Calibrum! Oh, what a high roll. Heart of the Puffcaps never disappoints. I don't think this is an attack. I want to clog my opponent's board space. Subpurrsible, not bad.
It can be undone.
They might actually hold Right of Negation. So far they've always, like... They've been reluctant to tap under the whole time. What do we do? Start off with Calibrum and then reassess. Gravitum!
My board!
Sure. Have fun tagging my nonsense cards. Guess Trickster is good. Like, Charger trades well later on though. Trickster probably runs into Quicksand. Apart from that, it's fine. Let's go Trickster. Put on some pressure. Invoke Moonsaver. He will tap on the right while you can still aftershock for 3. This is some next level stuff. I love it. Sure. Mana Gem on turn 5. Wild. Like, they might get the like, this might be a goner. I'm not sure if I can stop the Sun Disc. Azir counts himself, right? Because if they have Azir in hand, I might have to open Aftershock, I guess. It'll at least make their turn very awkward. This is BM Sat Poro, I'm telling you. It's gonna be Rite of Negation in my face. Ah, that feels good. Let's go. Like, they surely have Azir here. So they gotta take care of Xerath somehow, though. Stone Weaving main deck, Jesus. What is this? You can't manifest Buried Sun Disc, right? Or can you? Like, I'm pretty sure it would make the card worse, but right now it would be pretty good for my opponent. Okay. 8 out of 10. So it's like Trickster Goat, I guess. Yeah, this deck has crazy tempo, I'm not gonna lie. I did underestimate it a little bit. Teeny tiny tad. Maybe Sunburst makes sense in this list just for Xerath. And of course Pantheon.
Gonna catch the sky.
Oh, this attack looks wild.
Tell the people what you have seen today. My name will echo through the ages.
Watch me.
Your Emperor commands.
We're probably running into Quicksand here. Hourglass is a play. I don't want to go all in on offense. Like, it looks like we have lethal with the 2 elusives into burn. But knowing our opponent plays 2 or 3 Quicksands, it's not that great. That's actually a tune for those of you who speak German. I still think it's full send here. It's a bit iffy. Quicksand's still a big scare card. Ah, now the blocks are so good. We still force a Quicksand, I think it's fine. But I mean, we are outvaluing, I could just pass. But there's no point in playing this defensively unless they're planning to Quicksand, right? Oh, okay. Now I'm tempted. Right now, Catalog only copies another Predict, though. Cannon just makes Quicksand better, though. We have successfully outvalued, so I don't mind the attack anymore. Where's the Catalog from? I don't even know what the card is called. Stone Weaving. Main deck. Yeah, I like these blocks much more. I mean, the Quicksand was quite evident, but like, if the last card is a Quicksand, I'm pretty sure we still win. That's basically why I went for it. Fair. Gravitum into Aphelios, so we don't get stuck on weapons, I guess. Okay, now it gets iffy. The issue is my opponent's doubling Rite of Calling right now. It's kind of annoying for me. Plus I lead. Yeah, the track's next level. So this reads Quicksand, which is fine. Poro blocks here, Aphelios blocks here. Subpurrsible tries to take out Xerath. Stone Weaving Loki carrying? Yes, that's true. But it's not carrying enough, is it? Stash is back. Yep. My TFT holidays are over.
Remember this day. Your emperor commands.
So let's see. I mean, this is a telegraphed Quicksand. I'm blocking this way so that Get Excited gets full value on removing Xerath. And if it goes through, it's fine with me. Quicksand is fleeting. Yeah, but I kind of have to take the blocks. I don't have to. I could use Nexus HP as a resource, blah, blah, blah. So my opponent's getting another champ draw here. They're gonna get another Rite of Calling. Severin doesn't really make sense.
Our path is fixed. Now we must walk it.
They're gonna play another Rite of Calling this turn. I'm just wondering if Calibrum first is ever better. I don't think it is though. Weapon now generates every round. Wait. Wait, it doesn't do at round start though, does it? Each round the first time you play 2 other cards, so it's better to do it last round, right? Oh, it does round start. Ah, I haven't played Aphelios in so long I forgot what he does. So yeah, no point to it. Could use Severum just to heal Aphelios back up if... Oh no, he's at 4 max HP, it doesn't make sense. It's not a 5-5. Xerath's right. Don't really want to discard here. Just to generate... I could. Doesn't really make too much sense though. Oh, let's go. One of Ferros financier saves the day again.
Awesome day for progress. Do not see what is.
Oh, my opponent's draws are pretty good though. So he has another Rite of the Arcane here. Could look for the Burb first. Could just Pogger Stay, see what I draw. Like Immortal Fire would be a great blocker. Outside of that, Pogger Stay is a bit better. You mad? So we know our opponent holds the Rite of the Arcane. This is the better blocker, straight up. If it's a champ spell, I think it copies as a regular spell, right? It doesn't copy the champ spell. So this is right now a fleeting Rite of the Arcane and not Xerath's Rite of the Arcane, if I'm not mistaken. Told ya we outvalue Mono Shurima. So fleeting Quicksand, sure. Yeah, that was the catalog card, the fleeting card.
As humanity ends, the machines rise. With utmost efficiency.
I don't want to be whatever woke you up.
Not much of a point in playing the Poro. We know they have a fleeting Quicksand in hand.
Analyzing a problem.
My boy Viktor will carry. It was Ferros Financier who carried this game though, to be fair. Gotta give credit where credit is due. Okay. Guess we can aggressively trade Victors in. Probably discard one Viktor.
Genius in action.
Man, Xerath has been buffed so often, he's kind of a good card at this point. Who would have ever thought? I mean, for the full discount. My opponent is drawing really well though, but they had too slow of an opener.
Yes, of course.
Full send. Now we need to find a Scourge. It's gonna be fun. Gonna be lit. Let's roll! There it is. Holy smokes, what a hand. Triple charger. Let's go. I mean, I know it's technically better to play all of the Celestials first, but this game is over. Willing to call it right here. Let's go. Not gonna lie though, like Solari Priestess or Sunburst kind of makes sense in this matchup. Xerath is scarier than I would have thought. It's going for a guaranteed kill on Xerath. Then Azir on the block, a better player on top decking Xerath. Maybe. I need to double check, but it's like wild either way. Like, it's a very tough decision either way. In your opinion, is Viktor Aphelios better placed in the meta than Zoe Aphelios is? I no idea. This is my second game of the patch. Don't ask me questions about the meta. Oh, that game was so unfortunate. I'm somewhat dissatisfied with the outcome. We just swarm, right? Keep Equinox. I'm such a good player. Do we bop it immediately? Wait, what's your... what? Heavy sauce. Heavy sauce on this move. Equinox into surrender. Okay, there's the shiny mode. Do we see a straight concede? Not yet. Whew. I don't think they have real interaction for Give It All. Viktor, one Poro, and we win, kind of. Oh, turn 6 actually. We have the token on turn 6. Gonna take a bit longer than I originally expected. Open attack looks good. Full swing to push some damage. No. We'll have Poro later on. Do we even trade in the goats? Sure, right? Shown by defection. Ah, Cascade's tempting. That means less removal for Viktor and the Poros. Give It All is low-key really hot in this deck list. Maybe we could make this list a bit cheesier. Like go double Glorious Evolution, 1 Give It All or something. Triple Poro Cannon. The X score is so weird. Always threatening that it blows up everything. Spell shield, let's go! Okay, we won this. Easy game. Get excited. I don't think our opponent can stop lethal next turn. All we need to do is bank 2 spell mana. We flip the guy. That's a created card, right? So we can't flip him. Some Dredger was better. Chat, listen! We want a wide board and we need to bank 2 spell mana. So we can play Give It All next turn. We're setting up lethal. Now we'll have a board full of 11-5 spell shield elusives. With a bunch of nonsense. Like my opponent, they can't even have single combat plus concerted strike. They need like double hush. And no one plays double hush. Give it all, div. Let's go. One of Ferros financier, I'm telling you, it's the future.
Ah, yes. Perfection.
Mr. Ashirogi on Faint's Viktor Akshan. I don't know what this plays. Let me pull up Twitter real quick. Okay, Faint's last tweet was... I'm scared. Made a couple changes to the list to do better into Viktor mirrors. We're doomed. We are beyond doomed. Hourglass, but no combat tricks besides that. Double Mystic Shot? Is that trolling? Maybe this? Like, we also need to pick off bots, so Get Excited is decent. We also kind of need early units. Might have been too greedy. Yeah, that mulligan was trolling. That was way too reactive.
Humanity is obsolete.
Of pass into aftershock. Ah, it's our landmark removal though. Discard Spacey Sketcher, I suppose. Is that list again? Faint, what have you brewed? What have you done to the meta? I have no idea what the play is.
Scores to settle, cooks to fuel. You know how it is.
I'm not sure if I'm looking at the updated version, but this shouldn't play defensive combat tricks. Except for Hourglass, and that I would rather force mid-combat.
With utmost efficiency. Genius in action. Analyzing approach.
Spicy. Oh, tough is really good, okay. Guess I'm not taking the block. Also, my opponent can't Hourglass this. Could do it next turn to set up Aphelios right away, though. But then I do run into the risk of Hourglass again.
Another brilliant design. Electroplating completed.
What do we do? Does Crescendum go? Wanna have a Gravitum on our opponent's turn.
Genius.
Oh, we roll Challenger. Interesting. I think we trade Victors. Because Crescendum after all in this case.
As darkness falls, the moon rises.
Sad thing is we don't have anything we're happy about discarding. Pass. Entrant isn't too bad.
The human mind takes time.
There's a chance we just die here, but it's very unlikely. Like, super unlikely. I'd like to play bot first, but I think we need to buff Viktor immediately. Threaten the block. Unless he gets quick attack. Impact. It's a low roll.
Genius in action.
A crystal path opens before us.
Archivist, interesting.
Let me get you that fire.
I'm a bit scared of Absolver buffs. I mean, we do have Mystic shots. I can probably agree playing the bot first.
Witness perfection, meatbags.
Basically, my opponent's only combat trick should be Absolver. Or, well, Payday Lucky Find stuff. Maybe bot was too greedy. I kind of also want to aftershock this round. Kind of want to play my own Poro Cannon. Do I discard an Hexcore upgrade though? Very unlikely I get useful keywords right now. Probably do.
Of course.
Back to hour-long games meta. I'm not sure if Aphelios is good enough for that. Like, if Aphelios does become too meta, people are just gonna start playing a bunch of 3 damage removal. Like, get excited, some fumes and so on. And next turn I open up with aftershock on Palace. Get any nuts 2-drops from Aphelios already? No. I'm not enough of a high roller. So my opponent's got Absolver activated. Severum on bot is pretty good here. Could pick Gravitum for next round, I guess. Or I go Severum into Gravitum. I like that more.
See as I see.
Humanity is obsolete.
Get excited is a bit scary. Saw our opponent copy one. I think, right? Or did they copy the Poro Cannon? I don't quite remember. It's really annoying that the combat log doesn't show like which cards were fleeting.
From darkness, light.
Would be quite important to know here. Okay, so it was probably a fleeting Poro Cannon earlier on.
Brilliant design. Safety disengaged. Yes, of course.
Spacey.
Improve perfection.
Didn't want to play this because Aphelios is about to level. I need a bunch of cheap cards as procs. Starshaping so good. No, yeah, it does look like my opponent's trying to set up Absolver Lethe. What did I... Gravitum, right? I played Duskbringer first so I can burst out a Gravitum, basically. Not sure if I need it. I might just play bots. I think Absolver is the only scare card, and this is fairly likely to be an Absolver. I think that's been sitting in hand for a long time.
Electroplating completed.
Doesn't feel like Gravitum is good here. Playing this bot doesn't really have an upside right now. I want mana for Gravitum plus Starshaping if needed, so I'll play Ignition.
Primed and ready.
Remove it? Get excited is really scary. Oh damn. So you wanna... What's the line? I could Mystic Shot the Flame Chompers. Yeah, then I have the Viktor block lined up. Has to be the play.
Find peace in the quiet, Fel. It's just us.
And I think we stabilized. It's a good attack. Right now I kind of have to trade with Aphelios. Although, like, with me still having 2 cards plus Gravitum in hand. I guess they don't know we have Starshaping. And not kill Aphelios or bots. Yeah, probably pay Cascades. Okay, could do this. Should be good enough to win though.
You cannot hold us down. You leave me no recourse.
I am superior life form. System upgrade.
The true carry of this deck. Like, I'm pretty sure Sunburst is better here. It's a bit lamer, I suppose. But we only lose to another Viktor right now. Or I guess a Ballistic bot into draw.
Safety disengaged.
GG! We did the Aphelios thing. Kundar, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. God of Targon. The mono Fiora. Okay, we need Obliterate. Hush. Yeah, just hard mulligan for it. Spacey Sketcher, I suppose. I don't think we play any card. When do we start playing the game? Never. Or are we not swarming the board and jamming phase if he has no Fiora? What makes you think he has no Fiora?
I never hold back.
The reason we didn't do anything was that if they don't have Fiora, they cannot play cards, which means they... Sorry. That's the one card that I didn't want to get mid. If he passes with 10 cards, he probably has Fiora. Or he has no card that he can play. Like, if we don't play a unit, they also cannot play a single card in their hand. Right? Otherwise, we give them Brittle Steel, free hand space, so they can then draw Fiora. Probably just Cosmic. Then I do still have mana next turn for Sketcher into Supernova.
Patient, cautious, and quiet. This is our way.
This means no... What is it called? Standalone. Rally is a bit scary.
I will cut you down.
I don't mind letting this Fiora grow to 2 or 3 stacks.
It's an awesome day for progress.
The idea is basically making our opponent expend a bunch of resources here onto this Fiora. So that they hopefully cannot protect the second one.
I have no equal.
Could play Viktor. Second single combat scary. Sever him into Gravitum.
As darkness falls, the moon rises.
Burning that Hush really hurt. Ooh, spicy. Okay, yeah, I don't really know how to win this. So Ferris whiffed, we used both starshapings.
With a knight's embrace.
Never mind. I forgot about this. Completely forgot about this. We're gaming today.
They would fall by my blade.
We need to get to another Gravitum ASAP, so Crescendum is the shortcut.
Find peace in the quiet fell. It's just us. Gravitum.
The time of machines is now.
This will be quick.
Genius in action.
Almost outvalued. So from now on we just need to try to stun her as often as possible. Can maybe set up the kill this turn. We go Crescendum into a Gravitum off of Aphelios. We'll level him. We can get 3 moon weapons this turn. So Gravitum into Crescendum.
The brighter my light, the stronger your shadow.
This is more mana efficient if we do this first. Augment Poro. Low-key not even bad here. This feels like a chess match right now. It's like throw everything you know about conventional LoR out of the window. And only play about like around a very one-dimensional win condition. Wait, we can even get a 4th moon weapon this turn, right? That's crazy. Scouts! Don't think our opponent can stop this. What a game! What a game! Just as I was already getting frustrated and thought we could not possibly win this anymore. The aftershock top deck for the Entomb. That was beautiful.